It's 4 o'clock. How is everybody? Just waiting for people to show up here. Just trying to get going. I'm not sure why There we go. I'm just trying to see who's all here. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, guys? Just trying to see. Tim and Jane are here. Happy Easter, everybody. Hi, Dave. Didn't really know what to do today. Lisa's cooking. I don't know if you can hear that, but Lisa is she's putting my roast in the oven. So we're doing a family at 5 o'clock. We're doing a family Zoom, somewhat of a Easter dinner kind of get together. So we're planning that. So that's what we got going on. But I wanted to come on and do something this afternoon, and I really didn't know what to do. And then I thought of something earlier today, because I was getting in a couple of discussions myself on getting into some discussions on social media, and I started seeing even myself participating in some toxic discussion. And I used to do that quite a bit in my past. I used to be quite an advocate, and I would get in and I would just start rambling on and shooting my mouth off. And it wasn't until a few years ago when a friend of mine made a post about kind of a New Year's resolution where, you know what, I'm just going to give up doing all that stuff because it seems like it doesn't work, and kind of changed my view as well. So, but I find now that we're forced to do social media a lot. Like people were saying, I don't bother with social media because, it just, I don't have time for it. But the thing is, now we're locked in, and whether you have time for it or not is really our only way of communicating with other people right now. That is my dog in the background. So right now, it's become more important than ever to get on social media and have discussions with people. But we're also in a very, very, I guess, agitated time, a very, intense time, and frustrations are flying high. So you're going to get more of confrontation in social media now, plus you're going to have more people using it. And I'm finding that conversations, especially with politics, with Trump, and I'm guilty of posting. I posted one yesterday of a clip of Trump just losing it about antibiotics in his speech. And why did I do it? Why? Mostly because I found it sadly entertaining and funny, sad, aggravating, all in one. So I wanted to share it with everybody. And then all of a sudden the comments start, and then, little wormholes start, and everybody starts going off in their own direction. So I don't know what you guys think about dealing with this. I've had to take another step back from how I'd normally participate in discussions and say, you know what, just let it go. But for some reason, we're bored right now, in a sense. We're sitting at home, and we're trying to get our 2 cents in, and we live in this whole 140-something character world where, you know what, just throw it in there, throw a knife, and get your comment in there. And it's like texting. Texting today is another example of how you can quickly say something to somebody without emotion. And maybe younger kids are more accustomed to that type of thing, but I know I'm an older guy, and I'm still used to, when having a discussion with somebody, the please and thank you is kind of combined into the sentence. And I find that today, communicating with people in text or online, that's lacking. And I'm getting used to it now more and more, that the politeness isn't there in the conversation in social media and text. Not necessarily because it's not felt. It's just that it's one less thing for someone to have to deal with, to type. Like typing a happy face or a smiley face is just, forget it. I'm not doing it. This is what I have to say, and I'm done. So that's kind of what I wanted to come on and talk about. I don't know if anyone's got any comments on this, anything they want to say. But yesterday in a thread, I deleted a couple of comments. For the first time in a long time, someone a little argument started in one of my posts, and I went in and deleted it and gave you an explanation why. I said I don't want that in my post. I don't want name calling in there. It's like, because if the main thing is, I think what we need to do is, I kind of called it social media distancing. I think as though we need to use social media more than ever, we need some sort of distancing when it comes to dealing with people. So when you're outside and there's people around you, you take a step back. You give them that 6 feet. I think we need to do that in social media. I think before we speak and we go in and we start rambling about something, I think we need to give 6 feet back and say, okay, you know what? That person's just throwing that out there. That's not really maybe how he really feels. He's agitated. He's having a hard time. You know what? I'm not going to turn back and call the guy an idiot. And I think that's the kind of the key here. Yeah, thanks, Tim. That's why I wanted to get on today, because I can see this heating up. I browse these threads in the U.S. It's insane, the toxicity in with their politics, and it's kind of like anything. It's like up here. If you go in any post about Trudeau does a speech and CBC posts it on their feed, everybody's in there slamming Trudeau. There's sarcastic comments, there's stupid memes, there's all that, and it's just like it just all the good stuff and all the truth just gets buried with crap, and we never get we just, and then we move away, and then we're left with this kind of like upsetting kind of feeling in our mouth, and we move on. And I think that's a big. It's like sports, same thing. Like, you know what? Even with the Leafs. I mean, the Leafs. I bash the Leafs all the time. I mean, I do it for fun, but it's not fun necessarily. It's just creating a toxic environment a lot of times. I'm a Habs fan, so I get bashed all the time by Leaf fans. But again, it's that whole want to kind of throw the knife or get too in, and I think we need more than ever to start curbing that. And I think, again, like we have a responsibility to stay 6 feet back outside, I think we have a responsibility to step back in social media as well. And I'm certainly not saying that this is something that I practice 100%. What I'm saying is I realize it in myself, and just like I talk about diet and all those other things, we need to take responsibility of our conversations and what we say on social media, and take into account everybody struggling. And we all know there's many of us out there that are better off than the next guy, and we have to take that in respect too. There's so many things I've wanted to comment on, and I backed off because I knew that it could be taken the wrong way and it could offend somebody. So if anybody's got anything they want to throw in, feel free. And let me see what else I got on my list here. That's pretty much all I want to discuss today, because I'm going to keep it short. And I do want to throw a shout out today to Dare to Dream Farms. They had a drop off for us today. They are up in Kendall, and they make maple syrup and honey. And we got a bottle of maple syrup. We got a bottle of maple butter, and we got some little thing. Lisa's coming. Oh, the model's coming. Oh, you got to get closer because you're out of focus. There we go. See? You got to turn that one around. There we go. Nikki wants a game. No game today, Nikki. But you can ask me trivia questions, and I'll try to answer them. We're having a serious discussion today. Well, not really. It's not a negative. I'm trying to create a bit of happiness here, and how we can. This is Easter Sunday, and for some, this is religious holiday. For me, I don't even know if it's Wednesday or Thursday, but we are cooking a roast. But I just want everyone to start thinking like I have to do, is start paying attention on social media and stepping away. Now, I know I got friends. I know Tim is a guy that certainly isn't going to get into confrontation with anyone on Facebook or social media. He's figured it out already. But he's a different type of personality than me, and I'm the first one to dive in and start something. And I'm backing away from that and learning to do it in a much nicer way. I'm trying to approach social media, and that's what looking at this camera is doing right now, because there's no way, if someone, no matter what you post in that comment box, I'm going to respond as though you're standing in front of me, because right now, anybody in the world technically can listen to what or see what I'm saying. So I'm in a completely different situation than if I'm on the couch and I'm in some thread talking about American politics. So there's a big difference there. I won't not. Yeah, Nikki will comment. But this is what I'm really saying. This is kind of what I'm trying to say. I think now more than ever, and I used to be involved in being very confrontational, like I said before. So no, we didn't plan a game today. We figured people. It's funny. I was thinking about that. People are going to be busy with Easter dinners and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, whoa, not really, because a lot of people are at home and a lot of single people are at home and they can't go out to family dinners, but they can FaceTime and they can make phone calls. And like I was saying, we're going to do, after this, at 5, I have a Zoom chat set up with my side of the family for like an Easter dinner. So we're gonna have we're gonna get the kids and all that on Zoom and do that. And it's funny because this is what's interesting about this year is we usually don't get together with the whole family for Easter dinner. We're all so busy with our lives that we don't. We do our own thing, and we've always done our own thing as a family. And so since I started doing these chats on here, family members have been coming on, and I've been interacting with them more and more frequently. So I thought, well, what a nice thing to do. And my mom is alone in Pickering, so today she can go on her iPad and and she can be a part of it too. So I think that's really a great thing. So you're gonna come and sit on our driveway. I'll leave a sterilized blanket out at the end of the driveway for you, Nikki. And a bottle of wine. So I think social media is something that I'm going to pay more and more attention to when I am commenting from now on, starting today. Yesterday, I kind of not really got into it, but I find the desire to just go in there and just retaliate and say something is so strong at times. And I guess that's what I'm kind of curbing. So it's kind of like dealing with diet or anything else you're dealing with. I think social media is an addiction. Like I tell you, look at your screen time right now on your phones. It's insane. I know Apple does it. I'm sure the other phones do it, but it says like they send you a message. Your phone time's up 20% this week. Oh God. But obviously it will be. You're sitting at home, and what else do you do? But yeah, it becomes toxic. So again, that's why I wanted to come on here and do stuff for my own good. I'm not here trying to create an audience so I can build up something. It's really just to say, hey, I'm here. Let's hang out. Let's do something. And again, you guys are welcome to suggest things. I know the games were fun. We'll do a Pictionary again soon. Maybe even tomorrow. I'll talk to the boss, and maybe we can do a Pictionary tomorrow because that was a lot of fun. We've done a couple of those. And the cooking was fun, too. The pizza night was fun. And it looks like we're going to be doing this for a while. And I was talking today to Councillor Ron Hooper. I am willing to, for our community out here, is maybe on a Saturday having a kind of a virtual Maple Fest. Because our Maple Fest, which is such a big event, is closed down this season now because of what's going on, the lockdown. But I was thinking of doing something on here where I can have Skype guests come on, which would normally be people that would be selling stuff at the store. They can just give, a 5-minute promotion of their business. We could have a screen along the bottom giving out the phone numbers if people want their product. And we could stick in a few musical guests because that was one of the big things that they had downtown at Maple Fest. So it was an idea, and maybe, who knows, maybe something will come of it. I'll only do it if they can give me lists of people and information and whatnot. So, yeah, Donna thinks it's a great idea. I do. I think it would be a lot of fun. And again, it's for the local people that enjoy. It's support. It would be supporting the local businesses that would normally be there. Right now, they're not. They're not going to be there. So they're kind of left out. And people start, as a business owner myself, and especially with social media, if you don't show up, people forget about you real quick. So I think if we could get, even if I was to get a list of everybody who would be there, their phone number, their contact information, and then get a few people to come on, like if I got someone to speak from the festival, if I got a few of the performers who could set up a little Skype uh, performance, I know I could get tons and tons and tons of performers myself, but it would be nice if I got them through the BIA and the festival. So that's definitely something that I'm hoping. I've got a whole, well, not a whole month. I got maybe 3 weeks to pull it off. That's I don't need. I can do it easy as long as I've got the information and the people. So that's it. So we got a question here. So let's see what we got. It's or do we? So what do you You know what I can do? Oh, maybe I can't. Maybe I used to be able to do this. There we go. So what do we got here? We got a question. So what do you recommend to tackle the addiction? If it's not phone, then it's TV, Netflix. All right. Good question. Well, I don't. I think I don't. I guess. Get active would be one thing. I started running. I wasn't running or doing any exercise. So I think exercise is important. There's no excuses right now to do something healthy. It's just, again, you got to fight the procrastination. So get healthy. Watch the diet, but get involved in something. Lisa's been doing some yoga. She's been going to YouTube and doing some yoga pretty much every day. So she's taking an hour of her day. I've been doing I've changed my diet and focused on that, so that's a good thing. I've been running pretty much every day this week, which is making a big difference for me. So that's good. I think Netflix is great. Again, it comes down to what you're watching. I mean, I watched 2 hours of Michael Shermer on Joe Rogan this morning, and I found it extremely educational. I'm a big fan, so I watched something that was educational, and that's kind of what led to this. I came up with this idea right after, because he's got a new book out that kind of touches on this topic. That's what led me to it. So again, I'm constantly thinking. I'm a different person than a lot of people. I can fall in a rut very easily, but I can also, if I put some effort in, I can get myself out of the rut. So my idea is just keep busy, take up a hobby, bake stuff. There's lots we can do, but I guess we just get lazy, and it's like anything. We've been going so hard for so long. Our whole world is all of a sudden taking a change of shape right now. So I think you have to separate yourself from getting caught in a trap. You need to get out of it. You need to make changes, and you have to force yourself. You do. It's not easy. I always say that when I'm feeling down and I got to make changes, if I get lazy, let's say, for example, as being a contractor, if I start getting a job that really only gives me half a day's work, that can be toxic to me, because then I just get lazy, and the laziness builds and it grows. So I always say I got to reach behind, grab my collar, and pull myself up. You have to do it yourself. It's like you can go to a therapy, but in the end of the day, it's up to you to do the work. You can go to a gym to lose weight, but it's up to you to do the work. They can tell you to do it, but you've got to put the effort in. It's like in school. You can always be the kid that stands at the back and doesn't really participate. You don't benefit. So, I think you need to definitely. But man, I'm finding now that I can't. I sit down to watch Netflix or a couple other channels that I have, and I can't find anything, because I'm just bored of it. I'm just fed up of watching it. But I switch over to something like an audio. I'm listening to an audio book right now that I'm really enjoying. Nonfiction, I think, is good right now too, because you can, go for a walk. I went for a 40-minute plus walk with the dogs today. We walk about 4 kilometers, and I had the book in the whole time. And I just strolled along and I listened to the book. And sometimes, I'll rewind a little bit of it, listen to it again. So I've been doing that. So, yeah, it's tough. Again, I'm spoiled. Lisa and I are here together. We like doing stuff together. So we can it's kind of, we've got something that a single person at home right now doesn't have. I can be with someone physically and do stuff. We've been doing this show and we can cook together and we can help each other, and we have that advantage. So and argue, Lisa said. We don't argue. I mean, Lisa argues at me. I just understand she's having a rough day and step away. Right, honey? I'm so full of shit, apparently. So, yeah, so that's it. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Like I said, planning this, I thought, should I come on Sunday and do something? Everyone's gonna be with their families, but no, not really. And it's a different world right now. So, but there's lots of good stuff. I'm spending more and more time listening to more independent music. There's a lot of people. I have a lot of friends that are streaming live music. They're doing live shows. And I've actually been participating and doing the PayPal when a friend of mine or someone I know is performing. And usually I'm following them because they're a friend and also they're a good performer. I'll send them a few bucks and I'll participate because I know how hard it is to, you got to buy gear and like this stuff just doesn't appear. So I've been supporting them. I've been giving them $10 and, $5 or whatever, $10 or 20, whatever it takes. I throw a few bucks in there, and I just bought a song. If you go on my Facebook, I just bought a song off Bandcamp. Andrea Ramon, she's a singer out of Toronto, and she has a beautiful song sung in Italian that she just wrote and recorded. It is phenomenal. It's one of the best songs I've heard this year, and I dove right in and bought it because it was beautiful. So go give that a listen. Great song. Again, Andrea Ramolo, Ramolo. It's called The Letter, I think. What would the meat be in Italian? UNA? What's UNA? Is that one? No, the letter, I think it is. But the words are on the page too. But on Bandcamp, it's Andrea Ramolo. Go check it out. Beautiful song. So what else we got? Any other questions? If not, maybe what we'll do is we'll call it a day because I think I got my message out there. We need to, and when I say we, I mean me as well. We need to watch what we say on social media. We need to give social media distancing. We need to step back a little bit before we comment. There's a lot of people starting to go through a hard time out there, and I'm sure they're going to be commenting on certain posts that they're going to say stuff they probably didn't mean to say. And we're all going to be in a shopping line where there's some idiot that's going to be standing too close because he feels invincible. I think we just need to, again, mentally take a step back before we react. We don't want no trouble. We don't want no fighting. We all kind of have a responsibility. And I think, like I said, myself included, there's times when you just get caught up in something and then you realize you're in too deep. You've commented, you started an argument, and it's too late. And the thing is, always remember, if you were having this conversation online with somebody standing in front of you, how would you react? There's no way people would be reacting in social media like they do in person, like they would if they were in person. So I'm trying to make a mental note of that all the time. And that's my message for today. And it's really relaying it to you is helping me have it sink into my head. And I will talk to Lisa, see if we can get a game of Pictionary in tomorrow. Because the boys have to come back. The girls are winning 2-0. And it's about time we turned it around. The boys are gonna come out of the cave and turn it around in Pictionary. So that's what we're gonna do. So I think we've decided Pictionary tomorrow. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for stopping in and saying hi. I wish you all a happy Sunday, happy Easter, all those other names that it's called. And recount, Tim, I don't know. Again, part of this conversation, I'm just going to take a step back and let the girls have the win. And Lisa, you know what? I'm going to get Lisa a mic she can wear. So if she is doing something else, not here, she would be in the conversation. How about that? It'd be like that little voice in my head. Thanks, Donna. Thank you, everybody. We will do Pictionary tomorrow. Guys, show up. Donna, grab Willie. Pictionary tomorrow if you're not working. And yeah, happy Easter, everybody. Have a wonderful night, and hope you find something good on Netflix. See you guys. Take care. See you, Jane. Thank you. I'm gonna love the roast. It's a gallery on the farm organic beef roast. Oh, can't wait. I'm so lucky. So thanks, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you real soon.